Alright, what is up, guys? I'm here to bring you another little something different from Rarity Games. As some of you may know, Kingdom Hearts is my favorite franchise. It's just one of those incredible games. As of recently, there has been some pretty good contenders for my favorite franchises, but it's still is near and dear to my heart and always will be, regardless of how some of us may have felt about Kingdom Hearts 3. I think Square Enix is trying to redeem themselves a little bit on this one with this upcoming DLC, and it is titled ReMind. So, this is a very interesting concept. It seems as though Sora might be reliving the ending of the game. Now, I hope that you guys watching this video have played it, because there will be spoilers ahead. 100%. I will be talking about just about everything that happened in Kingdom Hearts 3 to break down this trailer. I thought this was awesome. Super interesting idea coming from them. We've had our re-titles before with Rechain of Memories and stuff like that. So, like, there is a certain style to the way this franchise has gone, and it's very confusing to a lot of people. So, you true fans will be able to follow along with me. I know you will. So let's start it off by just watching this trailer. Now, I'll talk a little bit about it as it goes, but after, I want to bring up some certain things, certain thoughts I've had, some theories to what I think we might be dealing with in this DLC. And to put it lightly, I am super excited for this because of what they seem to be doing here and giving the true Kingdom Hearts fans what we wanted from Kingdom Hearts 3. So let's get right into it, guys. I'm going to start this trailer up and watch along with me.
今の君の心はもうその時間に存在していた。君の心が過去に戻ったこと自体もともと起きていたことなんだ。
なんだそのキーブレードは。
どうして空と同じ？
This is getting me so hyped because that ending felt not as great as we would have hoped. When it comes to fighting those organization members, I know it left most of us all wanting more.
命は消えてないってことだろ。
でも状況はこの間より深刻だよ。
But this time the situation's much worse. Now what could that mean? And I don't know if you guys noticed there. We got the Oblivion and the Oathkeeper. Woo!
ゼアノート、お前をそこから引きずり出してやる。
Woo! Let's go. Some sick moves from Birth by Sleep.
確かに不幸なことだ。君は力を持つ強者は闇に覆われていく先の世界をどうしたいんだ。
Someone's making young Xander think.
ナミネはここから離れてあの海と空だけの世界に
Another fight with Terra. Lingering Will versus Terra. Probably gonna hop in that fight with Sora and help out. Should be interesting. We all know how hard that fight was in 2.5. Alright, so that was the trailer. Now, let's talk about what this stuff could mean. There's a lot to unpack here. First and foremost, the trailer starts right at the point where Sora... Now, real quickly, spoilers ahead. Like I said, you want to check that trailer out, that's fine. But any point after this, I'm going to be talking about the ending of the game. So, peace out to you guys that don't want this game spoiled for you. Alright, now, for the ones who have played the game, you know that this trailer started right at the point when Sora and his friends all were defeated. And he went to the other world and like the afterlife essentially, and was able to go back in time in a way and save his friends. So this affects Sora in a couple different ways, and they did mention the Rarity at the end of the game, the little guy that's in the world with him. He did mention that there was going to be some sort of effect on Sora if he keeps coming back to this world. It's not just a normal thing. You're not just able to go to this world without consequence. So I'm thinking that when, at the very end, when you see Kairi and Sora sitting on that tree and Sora fades away, I'm thinking that this is where that's leaving off. And it's going to help explain what's really going on and what happened to Sora. Or what happened to Kairi. Because, this is a little confusing and a lot of people aren't really sure who's missing or what's going on here. Now, if he's still going after Kairi, he's probably going to try to go back in that world again, back in time to save her, and that's going to probably cause him to be trapped there, and possibly maybe Riku having to save him. There's a lot of things that could happen. We all know how complicated this story can get, so let's not dwell on that too much. But this means so much for the gameplay. And this is great. You take all those moments and all that sped up ending that we all felt like we wanted more in the end fights, and all those crazy, what seemed like they were going to be epic boss fights, all were pretty quick, and they were stopping, and every time you beat one of the bosses, there was another cutscene and another cutscene and another cutscene, and they weren't the greatest fights. Even on proud and critical mode, the hardest difficulties, they're not like ridiculously difficult fights. They do get harder on critical, I will give it that, since that update. But anyway, I'm super excited about this. The fact that we're gonna be able to go back and to these fights, to these epic, awesome fights with the main bad guys in the series, all of the organization, all like Ansem, Xemnas, Xehanort, young Xehanort, and in the past trailer that we saw for this DLC, it seemed as though you were able to play as the other wielders of light. So if we get to play as Axel, that's going to be awesome. Like, a character we've never been able to play with, that's one thing. And all the other characters, it's just going to be great to get a little tidbit of that and make these boss fights more one-on-one based and more epic. Like, I'm about that. If that's what they're doing, they nailed it. So, that's a big part of it. And then, what I'm thinking, if anyone has played the 2.5 Final Mix, you know what they did with that is allow us to access all the organization bosses after you beat everything. And you can refight them in a way harder way. I think we're going to have a way to unlock more stuff, more power-ups, more abilities, more keyblades, which I'll talk about in a second, and get into the most epic battles, the final true battles of the organization members in like a data form or whatever, just like they did in the Final Mix. And I am so hype about that. I loved that. That brought back my like full love for the Kingdom Hearts series when we got that 2.5 Final Mix. Me and my buddy 100%, my boy Dan and I just 100%ed that entire thing and loved every minute of getting those power-ups to beat those awesomely hard bosses on critical. That is what the Kingdom Hearts series is about, and that's why we all love it. And that I'm speechless when it comes to that. I'm very happy, and I really hope that I'm not over speaking and I'm not getting overexcited about this. I really hope this is what they do. I hope that they give us all those boss fights and we can play them all as Sora after beating the DLC. And one more thing, see if I can find it here. I believe right here. Perfect shot. You see that, right? Now, how hype are all you for seeing that? The true fans, I know you're hype right now. That is the Oblivion Keyblade. Me and Dan and Drew and all my closest friends that love Kingdom Hearts, we all wanted the Oblivion and the Oathkeeper in this game. They're iconic Keyblades. They're just as iconic now as the Kingdom Key. They're the Keyblades everybody wants besides the Ultimate Weapon and the Kingdom Key. It's Oblivion and Oathkeeper. They're so iconic. They're tied to the series. They should have been in the original game. But God, I'm glad they're coming to the DLC. Now, you see the Oblivion here, and you see him doing Barrier. I don't know if you can see this. You see on the bar down here, it says Dark Burst. So there's some kind of ability, new abilities chained, and you're going to get some kind of dark form with the Oblivion Keyblade. Now, that is super exciting. And now if we jump forward just a little bit here, you see the Barrier. He actually did a Barrier. Now, I don't know if that's tied to only the Oblivion or tied to this scenario, but you also can see here he's fighting Vanitas again. This is a Vanitas fight. Now, you see different Keyblades flying around, different shapes and different style Keyblades, and there you go. I bet you this is a Vanitas and young Xehanort fight. I bet you young Xehanort and Vanitas team up to try to do some malicious BS, yeah, I mean. So, now, to speed up a little bit more, right here in this scene, you see a perfect shot of a new form. This is also the Oblivion Keyblade in his hand, or I'm sorry, the Oathkeeper Keyblade in his hands. This is awesome. This almost looks like Master Form or something like that, or Final Form, and I'm not sure that it is. But it's definitely a cool looking new form, and we're gonna get with the different blades. So it seems like we're getting the dark form for the Oblivion, and we're gonna get some kind of light form for the Oathkeeper. Now, these two Keyblades are gonna be so clutch. I was talking to my buddy Dan, and I was saying to him, this is gonna be awesome, dude, being able to rock the Kingdom Key, the Oblivion, Oathkeeper, and the Ultimate Weapon as your 4 main Keyblades, or I think you can only choose 3, so whatever, you get my point. Having those and being able to switch between them and go from form to form and do it, and oh my god, that's gonna be, it's like having your old drive forms back in its own way, because the Kingdom Key has that epic form that's really fast-paced battling, and then this is going to have an Oblivion with this sick dark form. I'm sure it's going to be crazy, and seems to have possibly a defensive ability that could just be a new magic, which I'm praying, that's another thing, I'm praying that they add more magic into this, because it did feel very lackluster in the original game. With no Gravaga, no Barrier, no crazy attack like combination attacks that they've had in the past, but we'll see. But this I am very excited about, and you even get to see for a split second. Here, I'll play this real quick for us. We'll go up a little more. We'll let it play for me. We'll let it play. See the Barrier, and then here, dodge. Bang, bang, bang. And that shots off, and you get a nice look at that form. I am so excited. And this is what I was mentioning earlier. I do believe you'll be able to play as Aqua, fight against Terra again. The bad Terra at least. And then he's plotting with young Zayn, or we're not quite sure who this is behind the hood. It could be, oh man, I'm gonna draw a blank on his name. Lucio, or whatever his name is, the younger guy from the mobile game Unchained. It could be him, or oh no, that's right, that is him. I forgot at the end of the game. The guy with the eye patch is Lucio, so that's cool. This is all very interesting, very, very interesting stuff. So we are gonna see some deeper threads of the story coming down from the organization. We're gonna him teaming up with young Xehanort and Vanitas and the Guardians. It's gonna get crazy, man. I think we're gonna get a whole new section of darkness people. I don't know if it'll be 13 darknesses, but we're gonna get a whole different setup here. And you have him talking about Terra here, and if he hurts them, then it could kill them both, and then we get the standoff between the Lingering Will and Evil Terra. Now, this, if we get to play as Lingering Will and fight him, this is going to be such an epic fight, because fighting the Lingering Will in 2.5 Remix was the hardest thing that anyone has ever done in any of the Kingdom Hearts games, and I don't care what any of you say. that is a fact. If you're playing that on critical mode, you are struggling, my friend. And that, for the most part, is pretty much everything here, and they said it's coming this winter. Like, I'm hoping we don't get it January, February. I'm really hoping more toward like December time. I don't know. They didn't really mention if there's a price to it yet. I'd have to do a little research on that and check. I'm not sure if it's gonna end up being free or paid for, but you can count me in either way. This is going on my PlayStation. I am buying this. If they have a special edition version, like a 3.5 or whatever, I'm buying that, because I don't have the game on disc. I'm grabbing it. That's it. I'm so hyped for this. The fact they're putting in the Oblivion, the Oathkeeper, new forms, new boss battles, new everything, like everything, more story, everything I wanted from the original game is now being put in this DLC. Thank you, Square Enix. Thank you, Tetsuya Nomura. I know you probably had issues making this game, and I love you so much for rectifying everybody's grievances with this game. That you're good job. So that pretty much wraps it up, guys. I just needed to break down this trailer. I'm so excited about this coming. I needed to share with you guys what my opinions were on this amazing games DLC coming. I can't wait to see what they give us. I can't wait. Yeah, but that about pretty much covers it, guys. Let me know what you think of the trailer breakdown. I will get into some more of these. I was thinking about doing Final Fantasy VII's remake. There's a lot of content coming out of TGS, where we also got this Tokyo Game Show. It is popping right now. It's usually live in the middle of the night, so it's kind of hard to check out live. But in the every morning, I'm waking up to presents. I'm getting some of my favorite games are getting talked about. We saw a lot more on Death Stranding, a lot more on Final Fantasy VII Remake, all coming out of TGS 2019. So if you haven't checked all that out yet, go over there and see it. There's a ton of gameplay for Final Fantasy VII, a ton of gameplay for Death Stranding. I'll definitely be talking about this more in future videos. As always, I will let you guys know everything awesome in gaming. And look forward, if you guys like this trailer breakdown, let me know. And I'll probably drop the Final Fantasy VII stuff, man. I'll throw together a little compilation, trailer breakdown, all that. Because I am super excited for. I can't wait to see it. Looks like Square Enix going big, man. They got some big plans for 2020. Alright, guys, and that's about it. As always, keep on gaming, and peace out.